It's all fun and games today. So it's my day off. I thought, right, you do catch up on everything. So this is what it's like living in a caravan. It's a pain in the backside sometimes. So you've got to make sure your water's full. So I had to go and fill that up. Then you've got to empty the toilet, which means taking it to the car and driving it down to the Elson point. So I did that. Then there's the washing to do, which you've got to take to the laundrette. And I nearly did that, and when I got there I realised I've got no washing powder left, so I've had to bring that back. I need to clean up the van. I've got the doggies today, and I've just decided I'm going to do some juicing, because I haven't done it for a long time, but the juicer is under the bed, so now I've got to pull all the bed out to get the juicer out, and I've only got one tiny little space to put it on, so I'm going to juice it. And I've got nowhere to put the juice when I've done it because I need to freeze it, so I'm going to have to come up with little ways to do this. But I found the juicer under the bed and it was covered in mould, so I've had to absolutely scrub it. Oh crap, I've just broken my the skylight. What have you done, you stupid woman? Honey girl, I'm so sorry, look at this. Your mother, so heavy-handed, honestly. I am breaking everything that I touch at the minute. I was just going to do a vlog on how hard it is to live in a caravan. And there's proof, look. Everything you touch. But anyway, yeah, so I'll get the juicer out. Scrubbed it because it was full of mould, because when I was moving, I used it, rinsed it, threw it all in a bag and put it under the bed. It's not good. Now there's another problem. So I've got it set up, but look at this plug here. Do you see how the plug is moulded down there? It doesn't quite go into the only plug socket in the flipping kitchen. Therefore, cannot work. So I need to go and find something now, see if I can come up with a solution. So I found a solution. Steve gave me an adapter and it's still not working. Oh, my juicer. What am I going to do without it, babies? It costs about £300, this thing. And I've had it a few years, but I don't know why it's not working. Oh, I don't even know what these switches are for, you know. Let me have a look. So that's the salmon in the steamer. I'll put that lid on. I'm just going to have to let that cook and then just eat it tomorrow or day after. But it's come to something when you can't eat. Flipping heck, because that's when you know there's something not right with you. Because that would have been gone in 2 minutes. So I've got loads and loads of salmon because Steve got it from his job at the fish farm. And those are the leftover biscuits I had yesterday. They might not look great and they don't taste fantastic, but they're actually alright and they fill a hole. And they're actually food, not snacks, because of how I've made them. I'll do maybe in future on how to cook all that stuff. But I want to get my juicing done today. I'm getting my tea cooked for me today. We're having mushroom pasta. So that's tea. I'll tell. Oh gosh, the recycling on this pack is doing my nutting. I've got bags on the go for everything now. And when you live in a van, it just means you've got rubbish all over the place and it's really annoying. We're half a mile away from the bin, so you can't just open the door and just throw them in the bin. They're all right down there, so it's a case of just do it as you go. But it's just annoying because I've got how many bags on go now? Three bags. Just try to get everything put away. I'm not getting anywhere with this cleaning business today. I am not actually getting anywhere. I've got my washing there waiting to be done. And I'm waiting for the wash powder. Oh my gosh, woman. Everything is just today. I don't know what's happening, honestly. I think I'm just going to write this day off. I've written winter off. I think the whole season is written off because I can't be bothered with it. I just can't be bothered. So I'm going to come back and do a vlog on how hard it is to live in a van sometimes, because it flipping is sometimes. Lack of light, lack of heat, lack of space. Unless you make it work for you. And I'm still struggling after living in a van for years. And this is the biggest van I've ever lived in. And I still struggle because you can't do one job unless you do another. For example, I can't cook until I've washed up. You can't make a cup of tea until you've done this job or that job. And every little job you've got to do while... So how do I live like a pig? How's my place end up being a tip? Because you can't do that until you've done the other. So... moan, moan, moan. That's all Mummy's going to do today. Moan. Can you take any more babies? Mummy is moaning, nagging, cantankerous. Hey? Poor little girls. They have to put up with this misery. Yes, they do. Be back soon. Let's see if we can get this juicer. Another tip. If you're cooking steamy food and fried foods and everything, keep that door open, because look at this window. Steamed up, doing the steaming. So that's going to go in the ceilings, walls and everything. So make sure you keep everything open in a caravan, which is great in winter. Fantastic. We are back again, and you can see I have prepped all the stuff. So I've got celery, cucumber, apple for one juice, and the other one is going to be ginger and lemon, and I'm going to put them in the ice cube trays. So I've finally got them working. Steve came round and it was the plug, and he sorted it, and it was something and nothing, and I now need something to put there to collect that, because I've lost the other thing. I'll just use a little pan, and this will collect all the stuff from... Right, so this juicer cost me over £200 a few years ago, but it's fantastic. So let me just do some to get you, showing you how it works. I'll get these down. All the juice goes into there, as you can see, and it's delicious. I love this. It's fun. We'll get the celery in, apple, and it's better to do this when the food is fresh, obviously, and then you can just freeze it, because that's what I'm going to do. But this is not all fresh, to be fair. I have been ill and I couldn't be bothered, so it's been in the fridge. Normally I would do it straight away. Go on. Just got this last bit to put in, and then that is all the green stuff in here. Bear in mind how much I had. That's all the green stuff gone in. As you can see, it's almost full to the top. But all that food for that much juice. And this is what's coming out the other side, all the fibre stuff. Sorry. So, yeah, you can see that there's a lot of waste food there. Now, some people might do stuff with that, because that's obviously all the fibrous part of the food that's come out, and it's just left the juice. But it's a lot of food to get that much juice. I'm going to see how many cups that will actually do. And the answer to that question is four cups full. Now, I had 2 packets of celery, 2 cucumbers, so that would have been £3, and some mint, and some apples. So I reckon about £6, would you say, for 4 juices. So I would say that's quite expensive. But you're not going to get anything more healthy than that for a kickstart. So I'm just going to try some. They are gorgeous. So what I'm going to do, because I've got no things to use, I'm just going to use some tubs. and put them in the freezer with lids on and have them on another day when I can be bothered to eat. And then I will get on with the next. Right, let's see how much juice we can get out of the ginger and lemon. I'm putting these in all because these are unwaxed and I've washed them because there's a lot of vitamin C in the skin. Thank you, Anne. Right, where's my thingy bobs to push it down with? Oh, I don't know what I've done with it. Right, it's there behind me on the floor. Great stuff. Right, so I need to give this a bit of a push down with this. You can do it. Go on, Ginger. You can do it, Lemon. Okay, so that's how much we got out of it, and I bet you could do something with that, you know, all the ginger and lemon rind. But I am going to put all this into the ice cube tray. So let's see how many ice cubes we get out of it. Bear in mind how strong this is as well, because I've put the skin in from the lemon, and you've got your ginger as well. So it's really strong. And what I do is I get my soda stream out and I fizz the water, and then I add one of these ice cubes or two of them, and it's a nice healthy drink. So there you go. So there's your lemon and ginger ice cubes, and I'll just show you the other things I've put in there. So as you can see, I've put them on the top shelf in containers. So there's 4 drinks in there. So that's... I'll tell you something though, the amount of washing up it's taken to get this all cleaned and wash all the cups and everything, you take so for granted when you live in a house. Because I'm telling you, I bet I have to fill that water up again now, and I only did it this morning. So I reckon, no, it won't be a full one, but I bet it's used loads of water. And when you live in a house, you're not aware of what you use, because it just comes out of the tap or a pipe and you're not aware. But when everything's bought in a bottle, or you have to fill it up in a container, you become so aware of how much waste there is. It's took me quite a lot of water to wash one thing like that. And if I was in a house, I wouldn't have thought twice about that. But at least I've got a tray of ice cubes now. I've got my tray of ice cubes, ginger and lemon, and the juices. So I said earlier on, I feel like I haven't achieved anything today, and I've had enough. But I've steamed the salmon and done the juicing. So I haven't done my washing because he didn't bring any powder around for me. So I'll do that tomorrow. But what a farce. Living in a caravan is hard work, you know. It's hard work. And it's where do you put everything, like the juicer now has got nowhere to go. So that needs to go back under the bed, because the kitchen's not big enough. So it's little stuff like that that make it that bit harder to live in. Because when I was in my house, I used to just have everything out on the side because I had a massive kitchen. And now I've got to put everything away after I use it, or it just clogs everything up. So, but anyway, that'll do for today. I will see you later. Bye.